Hey, and welcome back to Final Fantasy. It's episode 18. We start off by running this. I took my time selecting there because, remember, I just got out of the cave that has some of the hardest encounters in the game in there. And this is the first thing I ran into. And then I, remembered that I haven't shown off Blizzari yet, so might as well do that. And that's why this encounter is even here at all. Well, this episode's going to continue the trend we've been seeing, where I travel to a place, or travel to a dungeon specifically, take on the dungeon, and then after that I head to the next dungeon. So this part's nothing but me heading to the next dungeon. Although here at least there is a little bit of something that happens in between. Oh, this game. But I can stand playing this game. It's still pretty fun to play. The other game on the DS version, Dawn of Souls, is a collection of 2 games. It's Final Fantasy II. I showed that off in the very first episode, that's on this this cartridge. I have played about upwards of an hour of Final Fantasy II before rendering judgment of this sucks upon it. Sorry to all you Final Fantasy II fans. I'm probably not going to be playing that one. I just don't like that game. But we're playing Final Fantasy 1, not 2. So enough about that. Let's sail back to where we just were. Kind of. I chose to show this for a very specific reason. Yeah, sure, we haven't seen Sahag and Sheeves yet, but just watch. Something special happens. Yeah, my boy knows. He's probably the smartest enemy in the game. Oh. Yeah, we're back around Crescent Lake. A town I like so much, I want to sleep there again before moving on. Now, the next part I'm going to... Again, Final Fantasy 1 is actually really well designed in that you'll never get lost as long as you talk to the NPCs. So when I say I don't know how you're supposed to connect the dots between going to the ice cave, getting the Levy Stone, and going to where I'm going next, that doesn't mean the dots weren't there to connect. Like, I'm sure there's a line of dialogue from someone who gives you the clue to go here. It's just, I don't know what that is. I've forgotten. Now, the Levy Stone is literally just a floating rock. That's all it is. But, it has a certain other power it can do, and as we go to Ryukon Desert, our 4 Warriors of Light just happen to hold it out in the middle for no apparent reason at all. And it's, well, it cracks the earth open, only to reveal beneath oh my gosh, it is a boat with propellers. Yep. The first in a long tradition of airships is now ours. Badass. We can go anywhere we want now. Oh. Thank you, whoever left this here. We obtain an airship. This is awesome. I love it. Since this is a 16-bit game, that means only one thing. Mode 7, engage! Oh, and I dink around because I know where I'm going next. When you have this amount of freedom, it can be really, really easy to get lost. Luckily, that's what the map is for. Yep, I went to the bottom. I went all the way. I went so far north, I went south. But that's okay, because I'm actually really close to where I needed to be anyway. That building right there, that's the next dungeon. We won't be going there yet. We need to go here. The dragon caves. We've seen dragons, they're not that hard to take on. But this isn't a dungeon. These aren't even hostile dragons. No, we're here for one very specific reason. And that item is called a dry ether. I've never seen them called that before, so I decided to check out what it does. Oh, it's just the full MP restore. I guess that makes sense. But hey, there weren't any dragons in there. I feel lied to. Well, that's okay. They're just hiding out in these other caves. This is just a giant network of caves on these islands. But here's the Hellfire Chasm. You can get the airship, technically speaking, before you even beat Lich. Because if you think about it, there was nothing from stopping us from... Oh, no, I'm sorry. You can't get the canoe before you beat Lich. But you can come here before you beat Merilith. So yeah, you can totally come here before Merilith. Ignore the Lich part. That's just me being derpy. Oh, really? Towering mechanical castles. So the precursors were here as well, you say? Damn them. They're everywhere. Everywhere. And for those who don't know who the precursors are, they're a nation or race or whatever you might call them of more advanced than whatever setting you're in people who appear in numerous video game franchises. I say they're the same people, and all you have to do is watch Sliders to understand how that works, because I am not about to explain multi-dimensional theory or the physics behind it to you. It's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to play video games and then talk over them like a rude asshole. Yeah, precursors. That's a bit of a trope, though. Some people hate it, some people like it. I think it's fun. I don't know how the more advanced people disappeared and left behind ruins for less advanced people to find. I guess that's why I recommended Sliders. That'll tell you exactly what happened to them. But we're here to talk to the King of the Dragons, Bahamut. Yeah, he's the King of the Dragons in this game. Later games, he would be more of a summon and a legendary dragon. But he has a task for us. It's an optional quest. You don't have to come here. You don't have to do this. He merely confers honor upon those whose strength and courage are true. Now, keeping in mind every gripe I've had with this game, you might think, hey, Warriors of Light, you know, you might choose to help us so that we can save the world. I say to that, no. Bahamut's about the smartest character in this game. We show him our crystals, he's like, yeah, nice little crystals. Now go out and actually prove to me you're the warriors and I might actually help you. So I say good on him. You know? Still, we have killed 2 fiends at this point, and you have to at least have killed 1. But we have to go here and gather proof of our courage, and he'll reward us by conferring some great honor upon us. Well, I've actually spoiled what that is in the past. He's going to upgrade our classes to the next level. Which, well, again, we can beat the game without doing that. It'll be harder if you really want to upgrade your class. The upgraded classes are so worthwhile, and it's just representative of... It's about the closest thing to character growth as you get in this game. As we started out as nobodies. You know, we wandered into town with these crystals, with nothing but the clothes on our back and the daggers in our hands. Look at where we are now. We've killed 2 major enemies and are basically coming close to the end of our quest to save the world. The upgraded classes, in my mind, are just a reflection of that. You know, we're no longer nobodies. We are the warriors of light at this point. Take that. Mary Sue's feeling it. And those are desert Berettas. Those are no joke, as you saw. They take punishment and they can dish it out, let me tell you. Encountering 4 of them is a nightmare. We'll enter the forest to encounter a sandworm. I don't know what he's doing here. Guess the encounter cutoff point was drawn out a little bit farther than they intended. But sadly, our episode is coming to a close with not a whole lot happening because we're in the process of going to the next dungeon. This next dungeon might give us some interesting encounters, actually. One specific set encounter comes to mind, but you'll see that more next time. Alright, see you later, bye.